Hi guys, so we just arrived from Scotland few days ago, and Mimi and I want to share some of the places that we went in Scotland.
So Peppa and I are very excited because this is our first time to travel to Europe.
So today is March 19, 9:46 ang aga diri sa Amsterdam. So naghalin kami sa Manila about 8 o'clock in the evening, and from Manila to Taiwan almost 2 hours. Then nag-layover kami sa Taiwan for 2 hours again. And from Taiwan to Amsterdam, it took us almost 14 hours na flight. So kapoy-kapoy gid lang ngamon di flight. So ari kami sa buong for layover here in Amsterdam. And our flight will be leaving 12 o'clock later pa Edinburgh naman. So pero mas lapit na naiya from Amsterdam to Edinburgh, more or less 1 hour na lang. So far, among experiencing me diri sa Amsterdam is ang mga tao ka mga cool, wagi problema, ka mga buot, no? Especially na sa immigration. So Amsterdam is a good place man na ikagtuan if ever may time ka mo.
So the flight, so far this is the longest flight that we had so far, labi no. Medyo tiring siya. Medyo so far mo giguro nga wala gid ang mga kids for now kay medyo I know medyo kapoy gini for them. But so far we had a enjoyment and we're along the way so far gina relish mo namon ang journey. So anyway, so it would take for about mga 16, almost a total of 16 hours. We had a short layover from Manila to Taipei nang for refueling sang KLM nga plane, and then it dasig lang kami to earlier, and then from Taipei going here it took us around mga 14 hours. So hopefully from here we will be transferring again from Amsterdam going na to Edinburgh. That's already in Scotland. So far so good. Actually during the kagina sa may mga bloopers kami during sa immigration. Okay, there's no need gali to pass the immigration. But so far the people there are very friendly. So and then we were amazed also sa architecture here sa Amsterdam nga Schiphol Airport. So far so good. So hopefully this will be the beginning of our journey here in Europe, particularly in Scotland. So one of our first stop during our first day of tour is the Edinburgh Castle. So Edinburgh is one of the most famous cities in the world, and the castle is the jewel in its crown. So it's the heart of Scotland's heritage, and it's very, very iconic. So Edinburgh Castle overlooks the old and the new towns from its perch on a castle rock, and the castle itself comprises 27 buildings, over 2.8 hectares perched on top of an extinct volcano. So Edinburgh Castle has also been witness many of the defining events in Scotland's history, such as were fought over the mighty stronghold, and royalty lived and died within its walls.
We stayed in a courtyard by Marriott in Edinburgh.
And then most probably it's because of the jet lag that initially we had a hard time sleeping, but eventually we were able to manage it. We went into another historical place in Scotland named Jedburgh. So this is where we can find the ruined Augustinian Abbey, which was founded during the 12th century, which is called the Jedburgh Abbey. So Jedburgh Abbey is one of the four major abbeys of the borders that were built in the 12th century. So the abbey was built by King David I of Scotland for the Augustinian monks. So Jedburgh is strikingly known for its unusual mix of Romanesque and early Gothic architecture. So you'll definitely be in awe of how they were able to withstand it all. We went back to Edinburgh, and for our last stop, we were given the opportunity to visit the Scottish Parliament at Holyrood. So unfortunately, we're not allowed to take pictures and videos inside because it was prohibited. But overall, it was a great experience and an opportunity to be able to visit there and have a glimpse of their government system. So we wrap up the day at the French restaurant in Edinburgh called the Cote Brasserie. So it's located in the heart of Newtown, just a short walk from Princess Street, gardens, and other attractions such as the Edinburgh Castle. So making a perfect location to enjoy private dining. So we did enjoy a very sumptuous French modern cuisine.
So as you can see guys, the weather in Scotland is very unpredictable.
So as what Pepo said, the weather in Scotland is very erratic. So you have to be prepared most of the time. So they recommend that you should wear ng 3 layers of clothes, and then because of that, usually it's mostly there are cases of rain. So they do not really recommend to bring umbrella with you because the wind can be really very windy. It's very, very strong. So they recommend more or less a waterproof jacket that you should bring along when it's in case you're planning to go to Scotland. During our third day of tour, we went into the largest designer outlet called the Livingstone Designer Outlet. So this outlet has a wide range of stores offering something to suit every taste. Highlights range from iconic brands such as Tommy Hilfiger, Lacoste, etc. So in the Livingstone outlet, there's this independent luxury retail shop called the Flanells. It has a chain of fashion store that is specialized in luxury shoes, trending clothes, excellent accessories, and more than that, that can make customers happy and satisfied. So afterwards, we were given the free time, so Peppa and I decided to visit St. Mary's Catholic Cathedral. So St. Mary's Catholic Cathedral is the seat of Archdiocese of St. Andrews and Edinburgh, and it's the home of the National Shrine of St. Andrew. So the cathedral has stood in the center of Edinburgh for more than 200 years. Then we went to St. James Quarter, which is a large Galleria retail shopping center, to buy our pasalubong for Anton. It's just situated just in front of our hotel. And then we wrap up the day by having a sumptuous dinner at Mercure Edinburgh City Princess Street Hotel.
So guys, we really enjoyed our shopping in Livingstone designer outlet. So they have very big discounts. No, like for example, the On Cloud shoes. It's really cheap there compared here in the Philippines.
I agree because I've been eyeing to buy the Veja shoes for so long. The only problem here, we couldn't really find it here in the Philippines. There are some stores, but mostly in Manila, and then the price could be quite expensive. There we bought it at around, depending on the design, at around 6 to 7 thousand. Here it would range from around 10,000 and above. So that's why we're really so happy. So during the fourth day of our tour, this was scheduled for Glasgow City Tour, and this is our first day in Glasgow, Scotland. So our first stop was the oldest cathedral in mainland Scotland, and it's also the oldest building in Glasgow, the Glasgow Cathedral. So it is a parish church of the Church of Scotland in Glasgow, Scotland. The cathedral is dedicated to Saint Mungo, who is the patron saint of Glasgow, whose tomb lies at the center of the building's lower church.
The oldest fabulous architecture is the St Vincent Place. It's the second oldest university right up in the hill there. That's the other side of Gilbert School Building, Glasgow University. Designed above all roughly and the museum. It has two towers at the
Afterwards, we went to Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum. So the Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum opened in 1901 and is a firm favorite with local people and visitors. So it has a stunning architecture and a family-friendly atmosphere. So it has around 22 galleries where you can discover everything from art to animals, ancient Egypt, Charles Rene Mackintosh, and so much more.
and it's looking like the rain may have gone off, so I'm to do it. But that's there. It's over there. It's right.
And then we walk around the Glasgow city area while on our way to one of the famous brasserie in Glasgow called the Browns. So where we had one of the best British dining experience in Glasgow.
So we stayed in Crown Plaza Hotel in Glasgow. Actually, it is near BBC Scotland.
Yeah. And then we noticed also that Glasgow is very lively and vibrant compared to Edinburgh, most probably because of the very rich history and centuries-old traditions of Edinburgh Library, right?
Yes, I agree. So, bago lang kami tapos pamahaw, and today, makagto kami sa St. Andrews and sa din? Stirling Castle. So far, ang amon di bakasyon sa Scotland is very memorable for both of us. So, hopefully, karon naman adlaw, I'm sure damo naman kami ma-share ng mga videos sa inyo later. So, see you!
So on our fifth day, we drove to the seaside town northeast of Edinburgh on Scotland's east coast called the St. Andrews. Initially went to St. Andrews Golf Course, which is considered the oldest golf course in the world. Then we visited St. Andrews Cathedral, which is the mother church of the Archdiocese of Glasgow. Was built in 1158 and became the center of the medieval Catholic Church in Scotland. So the ruins indicate that the building was approximately 119 meters long, and it's the largest church to have been built in Scotland. So then we were given the opportunity to walk around St. Andrews University area. It is a public university in St. Andrews, Scotland. So this is famous because this is where Prince William and Kate Middleton both studied and met. And it's also the oldest of the four ancient universities of Scotland, following the universities of Oxford and Cambridge. And it's the third oldest university in the English-speaking world. Then we had another splendid lunch at the local restaurant called the Four Guns. So this is where we had a short meetup with our fellow kababayan, Fred and Andrea's beautiful family, whom we are grateful for. After St. Andrews, we had a brief guided sightseeing tour on foot with admission to Stirling Castle. So it's one of the largest and most historically and architecturally important castles in Scotland. So Stirling is one of Scotland's greatest stone castles, an icon integral to how we understand the nation's story now. So the castle peaked in importance in the 1500s, but its volcanic crag has been fortified since the ancient times.
For us, St. Andrews is one of the most beautiful place in Scotland, and given another opportunity, we want to visit the place again.
Yes, I agree because you have lots of things. I mean, lots of things that you can find in St. Andrews. They said that it has the largest golf complex, public golf complex, right?
Yes.
And it has 7 golf courses.
Yeah.
And then aside from that, it has very historical universities, just like the University of St. Andrew, which they said the royals are studying there. But anyway, there are lots of medieval pa nga mga historical structures that we wish to come back, and then we wish we could see more of St. Andrews.
Good morning. So it's 7:57 diri subong sa Glasgow. And we are preparing na kay mapuli na kami sa Pilipinas. But medyo may bad news lang because canceled ang amon flight, no? Because supposed to be ang flight namon from Glasgow to Amsterdam, then Amsterdam to Taipei, and Taipei to Philippines. Ang problema is according sa online na mag-check-in is that may weather problem sa Amsterdam subong. That's why na-cancel ang amon flight. So right now, still ginapanghimos kami because we are hoping na hopefully may mga pwede kami ma-facilitate or mapangitaan iba na airline papuli, no? So let's hope na maging okay.
So indeed, our flight going to Amsterdam was cancelled, so we decided to go to Heathrow International Airport in London. So luckily, when we went to Heathrow International Airport, we were upgraded into business class because of the cancellation. So the cancellation of the flight was indeed a blessing in disguise because we experienced one of the best flight experience that we had in Turkish Airlines.
So overall, our visit to Scotland is one for the books.
So that's why Scotland is definitely our bucket list, one of our bucket lists. So if it's your first time to travel to Europe, we highly recommend that you should try to choose Scotland first.